Hello friends, today we are going to discuss something about ANOVA, that is analysis of variance, Now what exactly is this ANOVA? As I have already told you that it is the short form of the term that is analysis of variance. Whenever we are checking certain deviations between two or more series, whenever we are calculating any sort of deviation based upon arithmetic mean, that is nothing but analysis of variance or ANOVA. This particular technique was invented by R.A. Fisher. Now, ANOVA is used to test the significance of the difference between two or more means and to make conclusion about whether our samples are drawn from the same population having the same means. So friends, whenever we are taking two or more series, whenever we are taking two or more samples, and we are analyzing the arithmetic mean of those two or more series, so based upon that arithmetic means, whatever deviation or whatever changes are there, if at all it exists, if there is significant difference exists between the arithmetic mean of those two series, in that case we do the analysis part and we draw certain conclusion based upon the arithmetic mean of those series. Now friends, analysis of variance compares the two or more populations of data. As I have already told you that whenever there is a comparison, the comparison needs to be done between two or more series. With just help of one series, the comparison cannot be done. So we need to have at least two or three or more than two series at that time. Now especially we are interested in looking out whether the differences existing between the population means, that is the arithmetic mean. Now whenever there are two series and we are calculating the arithmetic mean of those two series, we are interested in just looking out whether there is a difference between the calculated arithmetic mean of those two or more series. If at all the difference exists, we need to find out how much large difference exists between the arithmetic mean of those series. That is done by the method using ANOVA, that is analysis of variance. The procedure works by analyzing the sample variance, whatever series which we have drawn from our main population. So based upon the arithmetic variation of those two or more series, we determine that whether the sample series which are being drawn from the population itself, whether it is being drawn from the same population or whether there are any sort of significant or insignificant differences between the series which has been drawn from the population. Now the analysis of variance is a procedure that tests to determine whether the differences exist between two or more population. That means it is just used to determine the deviations, the variations, the differences which exist between the two or more series which has been drawn by using any sort of sampling method from the main population. Now to do this, the technique analyzes the sample variances. So whatever the variances are there, whatever the variances exist between those two or more series, we used to interpret something between the variances of those two series which we have drawn. Now let us take an example to make it more clear or more specific. An apple juice manufacturer is planning to develop a new product, that is a liquid kind of juice. Now, apple juice manufacturer company is there, and they want that they must also start with a new product that is a liquid juice. So, for example, we can say that here now instead of just manufacturing apple juice, they want to start by manufacturing orange juice itself, a different product, a totally new product, which is different from their existing product. Now, the marketing manager of that company, he has to decide how to market the new product. As we very well know that the company is basically identified as apple juice manufacturing company, and now they are venturing into a totally new business, that is of manufacturing of orange juice. So how to make a brand image, how to create a brand image in the minds of the public regarding the new product which is being developed by the company, that is the orange juice which is being developed by the same company which manufactures apple juice. Now this is the question. Now there can be three strategies which can be considered by the marketing manager. There can be three strategies. Now number one, he can lay stress more on the convenience or utility of using the product. Now orange juice, as we all know that we need to peel off the orange. Now we need to put those orange into a juicer. Then we try to take out the juice from those oranges. And once we take out the juice, we try to refine, or we try to put a filter into that juice. And now once that juice is ready, then we are going to taste those juice, that particular juice. And if it is not that much tasty, we can try to add sugar into that juice. But then the marketing manager, he has to market that product. So he can put more stress on the convenience of using that product. That is, whenever you want to have orange juice, you don't need to do that sort of kind of techniques. That means opening up a juicer, putting those oranges, peeling those oranges, and putting those oranges into that juicer, taking out the juice. Now you don't have to he will emphasize that you don't have to do all those things to get an orange juice. You can simply go and purchase the bottle of that orange juice which is being manufactured, which is being made by that company, and you can just open the cork of the bottle and you can just drink the bottle. Second thing, he can use the same thing. He can also say that now basically oranges are the fruits of winter season, and if someone wants that they want to have orange juice during summer season or during rainy season, so what then? Oranges may not be available. Oranges might not be available during the entire 365 days of the year. So with that, he can say that the availability of the orange can be there 365 days in a year, that means throughout the year. So he can put more stress on the convenience as well as utility of the product. That means whenever you are taking orange juice, you are inhaling, you are digesting vitamin C, which is very, very, very much essential to develop your immune system of the body. So he can put stress on the convenience. That means you don't have to do any sort of thing to get the orange juice, using juicer and other things, and you can get that product easily available throughout the year. So this can be the first strategy which the marketing manager can use. Second thing, he can put stress more on the quality of the product. That means whenever you are going to the market and you are purchasing the oranges, it may not be the case that each and every orange which you have purchased will be of good quality. Just looking towards the oranges, you can say that it is very good, but we don't know. Nobody knows how exactly is the fruit inside that peel of the orange. So here he can say that, he can very well emphasize that the quality of the orange juice which you will be consuming, from that company, that will be of the best quality of oranges which are made available. Third thing, not only this, he can also say that the price of that particular orange juice is very, very low as compared to the price of other products or other juices. So he can say three things. First is convenience, second is quality, and third is, even in spite of the good quality, the cost of the product is very, very low. Now, an experiment was conducted which is as follows. In 3 cities, the advertising campaign was launched by that marketing manager. In each city, only one of the 3 features, that is convenience, quality and price, was emphasized. He has taken 3 different cities into consideration, and in one city he has told only about the convenience of the product. That means how convenient it is to get the orange juice. Second thing, in the other city he has mentioned something about the quality. That means what sort of quality you shall be getting by consuming this particular orange juice. And in the third city, he emphasized on the low cost or low price of that orange juice. The weekly sales were recorded for 20 weeks following the beginning of the campaign. Once the advertising campaign was started by the marketing manager, he used to record the sales, the weekly sales for next 20 weeks. Now this is how the sale of city A, depending upon the convenience of the product, these are the figures of the city B, depending upon the quality of the product, and this is the sales of city of the third city, depending upon the low, which was emphasized on the low price of that product. So these three things, these three sales value are being considered. Now once these three sales value are being considered, we need to determine the average, the arithmetic mean of these three series, and depending upon that we can see what sort of variation there exists, if at all it exists, what sort of variation is there between the arithmetic mean of the three series, that is series from city A, series from city B, as well as series from city C. Now ANOVA's comparison of arithmetic means, each possible value or combination of factors is a treatment in that. The ANOVA is the most powerful and very commonly used statistical tool in terms of social sciences. You can see how easy, how convenient it is just to take the 2 or 3 or more than that series and just to determine the arithmetic mean or the average of those series, and you just need to analyze the differences, if at all the difference exists between the arithmetic mean of those 2 or 3 or whatever number of series are there. Now it can handle variety of situation, any sort of situation exists, the ANOVA can handle those kind of situations. Now ANOVA is designed to detect the differences among the arithmetic means from the population subject to different treatments. Different treatments means, just as I have emphasized that in city A the emphasis was on convenience, in city B it was on quality, and in city C, city number C, it was on the low price of the product. So if at all there are any sort of arithmetic differences or arithmetic average, difference in arithmetic average, we need to determine or we need to analyze those sort of average. Now ANOVA is a joint test. The equality of several population means is tested simultaneously or jointly. There can be n number of series. You can test the significance of those series, the variation of those series anytime simultaneously. Now ANOVA tests are for the equality of several population means by looking at two estimators of the population variance. Hence it is called as analysis of variance. In those series we are just testing, we are just seeing what sort of variation between the arithmetic means exist between those series which we have taken. So that is why the name of the technique, that is ANOVA. Now thank you very much friends for watching this particular video on ANOVA. Thank you very much.